welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie. Today we're doing my consumption challenge update. I have 2 months to update you for April and May. So I'm not going to go into every single line item like I have been in the past, but I still want to hold myself accountable. There was quite a bit of shopping that took place in April and May, so we will need to discuss that. But I did, of course, have some things going out. But my number did significantly increase, and I am going to be working on making June a negative month to kind of rein that back in. So if you are new here, hello, welcome. I will link my playlist if you're interested. Essentially, I keep track of everything I bring into my home and everything that leaves my home. I was inspired by a woman on Instagram. I will link her handle down below because it's really easy to declutter, but then keeping track of how fast things come back into your home, that is the part that just blows my mind every month. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, is I am holding myself accountable and sharing my journey with you all. So I have different categories of items. This is just for myself. I'm not counting like my boyfriend. I don't count things like groceries or like regular, over the counter kind of meds or anything like that. It's more so things that are kind of gonna be here for a while. So yeah, that's what I do. And let's go ahead and talk about where we left off. So at the end of March, March was a negative month for me, which means I had more going out than coming in. So I had my running total number for the year at a positive 28. April, I jumped up to 48. So I had a net total of 20 in. And then May, I jumped up to 103. So I had a net total of 55 items in May. So yeah, I definitely need to make June a negative month. My goal is to have 3 negative months this year, maybe more than that, but I definitely, want June to be a negative month to bring that number back down. And also I have some donations and things that I can do. So I think I can focus there. Let's talk a little bit more specific. So I'm going to just kind of scoot to the side and put up a chart here. So this first chart is all about kind of personal care products. So you can see April's in blue and May is in purple, and then the total's in yellow. So for body, between the 2 months, I'm up 3. I did purchase a couple of lotions. I was in the Twin Cities in May for pretty much the whole month and did quite a bit of shopping when I was there. Trader Joe's sucked me in, man. I got a couple of body products from them, a scrub and a lotion. And yeah, it just was one of those things that, because I don't, where I normally live, I live kind of more rural. I don't have a lot of big box stores or things like that around me. So it is a treat, and I definitely capitalized on that. So body is up by 3. Hair is up by 4. So I brought 4 in. I did finish one up in April and then brought another one in. Makeup actually has been pretty steady, I would say. So in April, I was in Chicago for about a week, and I did go into Sephora and make a couple of purchases, mostly skincare and perfume, which we'll talk about in a moment. But I did, bring in a couple of makeup items. But I really feel like at this point in my life, I'm not as tempted by makeup anymore. It used to really be a trigger for me and something that I'd always overspend on, but I don't feel like I'm there anymore. Like, I got a couple of fun things, but it wasn't wild. Nails is something I typically don't bring in quite a bit. So I did need new nail polish remover and cotton, rounds and pads, because I finished up the ones that I had going. So that kind of balances itself out. But I did make an order from Holo Taco. I've always wanted to try their nail polishes, but just never have bit the bullet. And I decided I was going to. So I bought 5 colors, and like some are cream, some are the holographic ones. And I also got a matte top coat. I've always wanted to try a matte top coat. Not really now in the summer, but I think in the fall and winter I'll like it. But because, I was already purchasing it, I decided to just throw it in there. So that's something that is new. And I do need to go through my nail polish collection and maybe pitch some of the ones that aren't as good anymore after so many years. Perfume, I brought in 4 perfumes. So 3 of them are trial sizes, like the little perfume sprays for your purse. And then 1 is a full size. My boyfriend and I really like Dossier for kind of like the dupe perfumes. And so he ran out of a couple of the colognes he wears a lot. So we ordered him a refill and I picked up one there too. Skincare. So as you can see, I did finish up 10 skincare products between April and May. Well, one of them broke, so I didn't finish that up. But I have like been moving things out and then also bringing things in. May I had an uptick because I did get some individual eye patches, like just a set of 2, like the ones that Sephora has or other companies sell that just, it's 2 eye masks in one package and it's like a one-time use thing. I've got a couple of those because I like to have those when I travel. It's just easier to just slide one of those in my toiletry bag type thing. So I did kind of stock up on a few of those, but I will use those throughout the year. And then I also needed some replacement serums. When I packed my bag for May to be in the city, I really only packed for about 2 weeks. And then we ended up being there a whole month, which is fine. But I ended up going through skincare and I was kind of beating myself up because I had backups here. I just couldn't get to them. So I had to buy extra backups, but that should mean that my skincare intake should be down for quite a while because I have like double backups now. I really shouldn't need to purchase anything. And then toiletries, up a little bit. I got like a 3-pack of toothpaste and a couple of other random, like a couple of deodorants, random things like that. So overall, my total for this kind of personal care, I'm up by 41 over the last couple months, most of that coming from skincare. Okay, this next table is kind of clothing, accessories, shoes, jewelry, like things like that. So again, for accessories, up a couple. In April, my boyfriend and I went to a Kentucky Derby party. So I bought this like tea party hat, which was really fun. And I have it. So if I ever have a, party like that to go to or theme like that, I have a hat now. And then I also picked up, a couple of bags in May. For clothes, big uptake in May. So I purchased a pack of crew socks, and I count each pair of socks as one. So it's like a 6-pack. And so I counted that as 6 because if one got holes and I had to throw them out, I would just throw out the one pair, not the whole package of them all. So that did kind of multiply. I also bought a couple new pairs of jeans and shorts, a couple new tank tops. So I did quite a bit of clothing shopping at Target just because it was available to me when I was in the city and I could actually try things on, which was really helpful. So that is a little bit higher than what I normally purchase for clothes. Normally it's maybe 1 or 2 things a month, but May was definitely bigger. Jewelry, I did also pick up 2 jewelry pieces for the derby outfit to match my hat and the whole outfit. And then shoes, I did also pick up some shoes. I also picked up a new pair of sneakers for the summer. I really like having a pair of white sneakers, and I've always kind of gone the cheap route with those, but I wear through them so fast. So I decided to get a pair of Allbirds sneakers. They're much more better quality than the ones that I have been buying. So I spent a little bit more, but I'm able to, toss the old pairs, and then hopefully that lasts me for a couple of years instead of needing to replace shoes every year. So in total for this whole accessory, clothes, jewelry type section, I'm up 29 items. Again, a lot of that is from clothing. And for June, I'm hoping to do a declutter, which will include some clothing to kind of balance that out. Okay, next is kind of home related items. So candles, pretty steady. I just kind of purchased 1 or 2 here and there and then burn through what we have. Let's see here. For the furniture here, this is a new category. I did purchase a side table, just like kind of a short side table for outside. It was on sale and I needed one for kind of enjoying our deck area better. We have one table that's a little bit taller where you can like eat or work at, but we want to have a little side table just for, your phone and, your drink cup and all of that stuff. That's a little bit easier to move around, to bring out into the yard and all that too. So I did get one of those, and that's a new category. Kitchen, I can't remember what I brought in. Cleaning, I know I got a new spray mop and then also a handheld vacuum, which replaced my old one because I'm on my last old handheld vacuum that I use for the stairs and things like that. just totally died on me. So that was kind of a replacement item. Office supplies, everybody's favorite. I did have quite a few come in. I bought a new package of Sharpies. So again, I count each one of those markers as one. And then I did finish up some pens and a couple of markers along the way too. So total for household is up by 8 over the last couple months. And then the last one is kind of miscellaneous related. So I had travel and health miscellaneous here. So in April, I did purchase my cat a new carrier. So it's kind of like more of a bag style, and it's larger. He's a pretty big cat. He's about 16 pounds. And he's pretty tall for a male cat. So I just want to make sure we have one, but he was so crammed in there that I thought he'd be a lot more comfortable in something a little bit bigger. And I'm really glad we got that. So that's also something that, I won't need to replenish. And then health miscellaneous, I finished up. We have like a canister of earplugs that we buy, and this canister has lasted us a few years, but when we travel or like when my boyfriend's really snoring, it's just nice to have earplugs, and we finished up one of those canisters. So at the end of the day, this totals out to 0, and that total across the 2 months. So yeah, let's talk about the dashboard. In a summary, for April, I had 37 items come in. I had 17 go out, which is a net total of positive 20. So that again brought my annual total from 28 up to 48. And then in May, I had 70 items come in. I had 15 out, which is a net total of a positive 55. And that's the biggest number I've had all year. Kind of stings for sure. And that made my annual number jump from 48 up to 103. So in June, I am definitely focused on not purchasing, but also probably doing a couple of donation runs. I have moved, my closet was mostly winter clothes, and so I packed those up, put them away, and brought out my spring summer clothes with the new stuff that I also bought. So I know that there's some things in there that I've already just didn't even hang up. I knew I could donate right off the bat. I need to look through my shoes to see if there's any other shoes I can either pitch or donate there too. So I do have a plan to kind of reduce this number a little bit and hopefully hit my second negative month for the year. But overall, just kind of keeping up with this, it is a little tedious. I just look back through receipts. But it is something that I really value because I can start to see the trends. Like last year, May was a big month for me too. So knowing, okay, I always kind of have extra purchases in that transitional season between kind of winter / spring, because we don't really get too much of a spring into summer. It seems like that is a trigger for needing new shoes and fresh summer clothes and things that fit. If sizes have changed, just all of that seems to take place. So knowing that, hopefully I can plan better next year with my finances, and also just being aware that May tends to be a large intake month, and then balancing it out with the other months throughout the year. So we'll see if something like that happens in the fall. I know in the fall I also, because I am putting all my summer stuff away and I want new, cardigans and things like that. So we'll see if I can resist or if I'll get bit by a consumption bug. But overall, I feel like I'm doing okay. Let me show you the charts. So first I'm going to pop up on the screen April's chart here. So again, this just shows my net total. So above the line is positive, below the line is negative with all of the different categories. So the highest above the line is the home storage, because anytime I have like a set of bins, I count those individually. And then below the line is jewelry. I did declutter quite a bit of my jewelry box earlier this year. So that's probably the biggest reason why jewelry is down. And then here is May. So you can see kind of a shift in those numbers. Pretty much all of the personal items are just up a bit. Clothes really jumped, of course, buying all of those items, as well as kitchen and office supplies kind of making a jump. So, I think we're doing okay. I'm not all that worried about it. We're about halfway through the year, and I think if I can have another negative month here in June, it'll definitely help my annual number. That is all I have for you today. I hope this was interesting. Let me know how you all are doing. Do you feel like you have times of the year that you spend more? and the times of the year that you spend less. I'm definitely interested to see if you all have similar cycles to me or different. But yeah, I think just being aware makes all the difference in the world. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.